and Tyrese Haliburton, the Pacers point guard, joining us on the program. Thanks for joining us. How many scholarship offers did you have coming out of high school?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably like 15, 20 like mid-major schools, but in terms of high major, I'd probably only say like four or five.
Who were they?
Nebraska, Iowa State. We consider Cincinnati high major now,
Yeah,
right? Is it
yeah,
Big 12?
yeah.
Minnesota
Okay.
and Michigan wanted me. They said if I visited, I would have an offer, but I didn't go on the visit. So those are really like the five schools.
Okay, when do you get a chip on your shoulder?
My whole life, really. I mean, I think in high school, I grew up playing with Tyler Hero. We grew up playing AU together. And then, while everybody was getting better, I kind of leveled out and they went to a different AU program, which was like the better program. And I kind of got left behind. So I stayed and, that probably is when it started and it's kind of just amplified since then.
And you hold that against Tyler Hero, even to this day.
No, I don't hold that against her. We're cool now.
Oh,
It's,
you are? Okay. I mean, if you say, you hate Tyler Hero, that's fine. I mean, I don't
no,
blame you.
no, no,
Oh, no.
no,
Okay.
no.
All right. Fair enough. How do you give up 151 points?
I don't know, but we figured it out, I guess. We've done it. I think that's the second time we've done it. First time we did it, we won. We won the first time we did it. But yeah, last night was a rough one.
Okay. Did you get yelled at yet?
Um, yes, multiple times, but we haven't started our day yet in terms of practice and stuff. So I'm sure we got more coming up here soon.
It feels like this has been a coming out party for you this year, even though you played well in Sacramento. Like people are just finding out who you are nationally. Does it feel that way?
For sure, for sure. And that's just because I was never on national TV. Like I didn't have my first national TV game until I think until my second year or the end of my second year because we played Brooklyn, and then I didn't play on TNT until this year. So I mean, people haven't just never seen me play for the most part, like a casual fan.
Do you get mistaken for anybody on the streets?
No, not in Indy these days. I think people for the most part
They know
know.
you? Okay.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
wearing your full uniform when you go out. That's the weird thing, though, when you go out, right?
No, never,
No,
never.
no.
Actually, at Smoothie King the other day, a dude, it was like a 16-year-old kid. He said, "You look a lot like Tyrese Haliburton. Does anybody ever tell you that?" I was like, "I get that all the time."
All right, take me back to the game against Milwaukee. When did you decide to do the Dame time to Dame?
Uh, in the moment, this wasn't something I cooked up before. It was just a in the moment thing.
But how did he take that, or how did you think he was going to take that?
I didn't really know. I thought he actually took it a lot better than a lot of people would. I thought the question was presented really well in media, and I thought he responded really well. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's respect and I have a lot of admiration for him. Part of the reason I wear zero is because of Damian Lillard. Like I've been a fan for the majority of my life, so it's a respect thing at the end of the day. But it's just competing.
All right, when did you know there was a basketball problem with the Bucks?
Oh, no. When did I know? I knew
Okay, so
when.
Giannis goes for the franchise record points. You have a
Yeah,
teammate, Oscar Schwebe, who got his first point. Um,
yeah.
so when did you realize that there was a real issue here going on behind the scenes after the game?
I did not realize that there was anything with the ball until Giannis was running to our locker room. I had no idea that anything was. It was a problem that guys did not shake. We didn't shake hands after the game, but that's normal. That happens in the NBA all the time. But then when I saw him run to the locker room, I was like, "Why is he doing that?" And then somebody said something about the ball, and I was like, "Oh, okay, okay."
But every rookie who scores gets a basketball.
Yeah, for the Pacers organization, if a rookie scores his first point, then he gets the ball. Then he gets the ball. But just to clarify, we did not have the game basketball. Just so everybody's aware. I know that that's been talked about a million times in the world, but we did
Okay,
not
but
have
you have the backup basketball for Oscar.
correct. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, did you tell Giannis And if you haven't, you get to talk to him, in a week or so. What, after New Year's, I think New Year's Day, you guys are playing.
Yeah, we play. Yeah, we play him New Year's Day. I'm pretty sure he's very aware of it at this
Okay.
point. I'm pretty sure he was aware of it very shortly after going to the locker room as well. But I just don't think he wanted to. They didn't want to admit to that. But I'm
What
pretty
was he
sure
going to do, Tyrese? If he came into the locker room, what was going to happen?
that's a question for him. I really don't know what the plan was. I don't know if there was much of a plan. I think it was just built up. A lot of testosterone going on, a lot of frustration going on, I think.
He's the Pacers point guard all-star Tyrese Haliburton joining us on the program. Lakers celebrated with the in-season banner. Would you guys have done the same thing? I suggested a parade. I would have done a parade, the Pacers. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100. I would have been down for whatever. I mean, we don't have any we don't have any championship banners in the arena. Pacers have never won an NBA championship, so I would have been all for the banner, no question.
Do you think the Lakers should have raised the banner, given that it's the Lakers?
I think at the end of the day, I think that helps build up the legitimacy of the tournament, and that's what the league is trying to do with it. They want it to be something that people are competing for every year, and I think the fact that the most storied organization won it and hung it up. I mean, maybe first or second, whatever your opinion is. The fact that they hung it up, I think that brings more legitimacy to the tournament for sure.
Whose poster did you have on your wall growing up?
A lot of LeBron. I had a LeBron fat head, like back in the day. They had fat heads. I had T-Mac on the wall, Magic on the wall. That was for the most part those guys.
Okay, what's that like? First time you're out there with LeBron and he's guarding you or you're guarding him?
I was like, it was like I felt like Mike. I felt like Calvin Cambridge and like Mike. Like it was, I felt like that in every game. Like my first ever preseason game, I got switched on to Carmelo and I was like, what is going on right now? Like that's what the NBA, like I really, like my first year, for the majority of my first year, it just felt like a kid in a candy store. It was just an unbelievable feeling.
But what was that welcome to the NBA moment?
Oh, I don't know if anything specific. Actually, we played on, I think it was New Year's Eve. We played the Rockets, and I tried to dunk on John Wall, and he blocked it, and I fell on my back, and I went to the ER, and the doctor told me that my injuries were consistent with those of a car crash, and I was like, yeah, the NBA is a different world. Like, that was when I knew, yeah.
Well, if you can't dunk on John Wall, you're probably not going to go in there against Rudy Gobert and some guys.
Oh yeah. I in my head when I was going to dunk it, I was like, "This is going to be cool back home." Like if I dunk on John Wall, like everybody, we loved John Wall growing up. So I was like, "This would be cool," but he had other plans.
Are you aware of your coach's playing career?
I am aware.
Okay.
I am aware.
Okay, so you're aware of, maybe your dad tell you about Rick Carlisle?
No, definitely did not.
Okay.
I didn't know his like career path until I got here and got to talk to him more about it and pick his brain and stuff.
Does he shoot at all anymore?
I'm trying. I really don't know if I've ever seen him shoot a jumper. I don't know if I ever have. I've seen him when he's working with guys on shooting and he does the form thing and he holds the ball, but I don't know if I've ever seen him actually take a jumper.
Okay, who taught you how to shoot?
I think myself. I think naturally, over time, my form has just progressed. But it started with me just in the park, learning how to shoot, doing it myself. And as I got older and working with other coaches and stuff and getting stronger, it just became about taking the dip out of my shot, but keeping it the same at the top.
But there's a little bit of a twist at the end, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a normal shot. Now, this coming from a guy who gave shooting tips to Ray Allen one time when he came into my dojo here, my man cave. So which is embarrassing. It might sound embarrassing, but I really was believing what I was saying to Ray. He had the ball on the palm of his hand, and I said, Ray, you got to have it. There has to be a little bit of space there. And Ray could have been that much better, Tyrese.
Right.
I mean, imagine if he had listened to me years ago.
Right.
And if you want a session, free of charge, you can ask Coach Carlisle. I know what I'm doing. He calls me the radio broadcasting version of Larry Bird. So,
Wow.
yeah. So I can help if you need it. Right now, you seem to be doing okay. But if you ever get in that slump where you go, damn, what did that guy say? I can be there
I'm in a
for
little
you.
bit of I'm in a little bit of a slump right now, so we might have to have a conversation.
Well, no, you need to learn to play defense. You gave up 151 points last night. I hope you guys get yelled at practice today.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we will.
Hey, congrats. Happy for you.
It.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us.
Yes, of course. Thanks for having me.